Well, good day, viewers, and here you are at Noel's Garden Tractors and Firewood again. And today we're cooking with Noel. That's what's going on today. And we'll do a little tiny bit of eye exercises. You can kind of see over here. Yeah, you might be able to see one of them right there. Yeah, lift you up that way. There's one eye exercise chart there. So, anyway. What we're going to do tonight now is we're going to barbecue roast beef in the wood stove. So that's what we're up to tonight. So I've done some thinking and wondering and thought and as to how I'm going to do this. And I'll turn you around and I'll show you what I come up with now. Again, we don't know if it'll work until we try it, I guess. So. So in there we have the grate. So what I want to do is put the roast beef in there. And I figured that I wouldn't be able to put it on that grate because it would probably burn that on there. Maybe not, I don't know. Anyway, what I come up with was I found this old piece of metal outside. It's off the back of a tractor. So I'm going to put that in on top of the grate. And then I'm going to take the roast and wrap it up in tin foil and maybe put some onion and stuff in with it. Set it on that grate. So then we don't have the hot parts directly on the roast beef. So then we'll put it in and we got some charcoal here. We're going to fire her up and give her a cook. I have no idea how long it's going to take, but I would imagine 2 hours or so. And I do have a thermometer that I normally have on top of the stove. I'm going to hang it there just for fun. I think if I can keep the temperature around 200 to 250, then back in further, because that's going to be right at the front. That's going to be right out here. Right about there somewhere. So in further, it would be hotter as you get back towards to where the flue exit is. So if I could keep it around 250, I think the rest of the stove in there would be roughly 300 or better. So anyway, that's what I'm going to try, just for fun. I'll get back to you. Alright, there we go. We got her going here, and I got some of the charcoal in the front here. You can kind of see. And the heat is a little bit hot. It was quite hot a few minutes ago, but I've cooled it down. So, like I say, it's an experiment, so I didn't need to have it quite that hot maybe at the first. I only had a little bit of stuff in there. Anyway, she's coming down now. The temperature on the gauge is running around 325, so if I can get it down to 250 or so, that'd be good, because I think the rest of the stove would be at 300 or more, where the cooking is taking place. So there we go. All them little bits of charcoal there. Holy cats, they're expensive. I bought a 20-pound bag. Bag of that stuff there. Almost $30 for that. Oops, that little bag of stuff. Oh well, just for entertainment. Cheap entertainment. Alright, so there we go. Continue on cooking. I guess they've been in there, the roast has been in now for about a half an hour. I expect another hour and a half and it might be done. Alright, well, we'll get back to you. There now, so I just had the roast out and turned it from end to end. And I got her a little bit too hot there, but anyway, I thought the temperature was going down, so I just put in a couple of wee little pieces of stick, and they're very, very small little sticks. I split them up on the electric wood splitter, very, very small. Anyway, she kind of went up temperature, so I think I may not need to put any more in, maybe. So it's been in now for an hour and 15 minutes, so I'd say by the time the 2 hours is up, she'll be long done, I would say. Again, it's all trial and error here today. I've never done this before, so there we go. All right, there she's either it's burnt from inside to out, or it's still raw from inside to out. I don't know. I'm sure it's probably cooked enough that we can eat some of it. Anyway, that's what I had it on. It's just an old garden tractor piece of metal that was on the back of a garden tractor, and then a grate just to keep the roast off the metal. And it's still fairly hot in there. That charcoal lasts a lot longer than I expected. So a couple of times it got a little bit hotter than I wanted to, but anyway, like I say, it's a learning curve, I guess so. So we'll get it in the house and we'll open it up, and then I'll give you a look at it and see what's what. Alright, there we go. We got her inside now. We'll open it up together and see what it looks like. Lots of nice juice there that we could make a gravy out of. There now, that was only a small little roast, so I think we'll probably just cut it in half, and that's going to be in supper. Not burnt though. So there we go. It's not as burnt as I was expecting it to be, so that's pretty good. There's the goodies out of the aluminum foil, so we're going to make a little gravy out of that. Alright, there we go, all cut up, ready for eating. And we got some gravy to go onto it too. And there we go, look at that. There we go, there's a nice supper on a 85 to 90 degree day.